Hello, my name is Grace, and today I want to talk about Shonda Rhimes, who is the first woman to create three hit shows with more than 100 episodes each. And this is the title given by Time 100. And this is my table of content. First, I will introduce who is Shonda Rhimes, and then I will go to the main discussion why I think she is influential, and go to the conclusions about the first part, introduction. I wonder that if anyone seen this series before. The series called Scandal. It is an American political thriller television series, and it talks about a story about the woman Olivia Pope's her work, and something happened in White House and surrounding political things. And another very famous series wrote wrote by Shonda Rhimes is This Great Anatomy. It is an American medical drama television, and it focuses on the lives of surgical interns, residents, and attending as they develop into seasoned doctors while balancing personal and professional relationships. And another really famous one is the recent one called Inventing Anna, and it is also written by Shonda Rhimes, and it has hit the top 10 list on Netflix over in more than 19 countries. So lots of people, I believe lots of people have seen this before. And who is Shonda Rhimes? She is an American television producer, screenwriter, and author, and she is best known as the showrunner, creator, head writer, and executive producers. And she is famous of many dramas like Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice, and the political thriller series Scandal. And she has named by Time on the Time 100 in 2007 and 2021. And I want to briefly introduce her career of being a writer, author, and showrunner. In the first part, she after her graduation, she was uh, initially unemployed screenwriter in Hollywood, and she practiced to make lots of small series. Then she had a co-work with HBO. She writes a movie for HBO, which earned her a numerous award and made her be famous. And then she started work with Disney sequel. Disney. She wrote a sequel to its popular movie, The Princess Diary. I believe lots of people have watched this before. It is very classical and famous. And in 2003, it is a very important year for Shonda Rhimes because she started to work with ABC, and she firstly wrote a story about a young female for ABC, and at the first about the second part, she started to work a lot of projects with ABC. Uh, Shonda Rhimes skyrockets in the pop culture lexicon with the premiere of Grey's Anatomy in 2005. She is the creator, executive producer, and head writer of the show. The hospital drama is still running now, although Rhimes no longer writes for the show. And in 2019, Grey's Anatomy broke a record for the longest running medical drama, and the first four seasons of the show ranked top 10 among the all viewers of Nielsen rating. And later she started to have other series like Private Practice, and also the very, very important one, Scandal. And Scandal is debuted in 2011 and starred Kerry Washington as Olivia Pope. The lead actress was a black woman, and this is very, very special at that time because in 2011 there's nearly no movies or series that have a black woman as the lead actress. And about her recent career, she started to work with Netflix. In 2017, Netflix announced that it had entered into an exclusive multi-year development deal with Rhimes, and under which all of her future production will be Netflix original series. That means all she works for Netflix in the future, and the reason why Shonda Rhimes want to work with Netflix is that she said that she is looking for the opportunity to build a vibrant new storytelling home for writers with the unique creative freedom, and she believed that if she works for Netflix, it will have less limit. It will have limitless possibilities. So she thinks work with Netflix is a very good choice. And I want to talk about the main discussion why Shonda Rhimes is so influential. First, we can see that Shonda Rhimes' legacy in pop culture has been cemented for years, and she is the brain behind lots of famous series. And her career has defined the narrow expectation put on Black women, and it is very hard to reach her status because that we can see that women of color in entertainment space is really hard for them to survive. There are only 36% of staff writer is women of color, and 15.1 is percent of co-executive producer, and 7.4 is executive producer, and 6.9 is showrunner. So Shonda Rhimes really have reached a high status in entertainment space, and she be as being a Black woman. And about her saying herself that she talks herself as she say herself is not only an author. Her job is not an author but a titan. Why did she say this? Because she has 17 hours programming on TV every week, and each show create hundreds of jobs. So she write more the more the show she write, the more jobs she gives to the society. And every show she wrote worth more than 20 million US dollars, and every show have about 20 episodes and 3 to 4 seasons. So we can see how many jobs she create and how influential is she. And also, Shonda Rhimes' brand is global because we know that there are 96 countries in the world, and more than 130 countries you can watch the show, and about 256 territories. And her show and series also translated into 67 languages, and she has about 13 millions of audience around the world. So Shonda Rhimes used a multicultural cast in overall of her hit shows that are watched by millions, and Shonda Rhimes knows her audience and used that positively spread awareness to millions all over the world. And her series, including lots of issues about the society, like for example, the most famous one, Grey's Anatomy, does an impressive job at keeping up with political and social issues. And Let's Like America, the show discusses very heavy topics such as sex trafficking, sexual assault allegations from people with power, and mental health problems, disability, addiction to drugs. So she she wrote lots of issues in her series, and she also made a conscious of effort to cast Black people and people of color in major roles on her show. Let's take Scandal. The main leader, the actress is Olivia Pope. The story wrote about her. It is very important that she is a Black woman and work in White House. So this is very special. And another one is Bridgerton. The queen was a black woman. Although she is not the main actress, but the Bridgerton is talked about past in the England, so it is hard to see that a black woman being a royal and she is a queen. And Shonda Rhimes is so influential that lots of people say she is the most powerful showrunner in the television currently in the U.S. And she invited to the TV show Hall of Fame, which honor those who have extraordinary to U.S. TV shows. And about my conclusion, I think Shonda Rhimes tells stories that reflect the wonderful and multicultural, multiracial, multi-everything that around us. And she wrote about individuals from different backgrounds who defy stereotypes. And she doesn't write about problems, but she writes about people, and she makes us care about people and make us care about ourselves. And she creates ambitious and complicated female who encounter difficulties such as gender politics and personal dramas that we meet every day. And despite the wealth and power Rhimes has accumulated, she remained dedicated to her initial objective. Showing people the power of their stories, but more importantly, enlightening people on the power they have to change them. So I think I really like the sentence said by Shonda Rhimes: "Power is not power if you don't know you have it." And this is my presentation.
Right, so thank you very much. Right, yeah, I think so. Grace has introduced one of the most powerful female figures in the American entertainment business. So now I think, again, we're open to questions and comments.
Hello, Grace, and I'm Yuki. You hear me?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I want to ask you, which drama you like the most of the figure you introduced?
I really like Bridgerton because she wrote about brave women in the past when when they have to pick up a royal to get married, and I think it is very special. And because in the past women do not have power, but in her show she wrote the characters like brave women who want to decide who make choice by themselves.
Okay, thank you. And I really like Bridgerton too.
Thank you, Yuki. I think it's an interesting question. I think also it's a great thing that both of you have found you share some common passion. Very good. So can we have another question or comment? Yes, Ray.
So I wonder if you ever feel any personal connection with any of the plot or any character in these shows.
I think to be honest, I forget the names in the show, but I really like the woman who sell clothes in the show because she is she is not a royal. She just normal people live in London, but she have her own career. She have her own business, and she is very independent, and she do not live on other people. So I really like her, and I want to be that kind of person.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ray, for the question. I think I think Grace has given a very convincing answer here. I think we have Caroline. Yeah, so please.
I really like your design of slides. I think it's very elaborate. And I just wonder which philosophy of her do you think is you like the most?
I think philosophy. I think she gave us yes, as I mentioned, I think she is a very brave woman, and I think um, most of her philosophy I like, and I I most like the thing that she is independent, and she's brave for to do anything.
Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline, for the question. Yeah, I think it's another really important question. Good. So, do you have any other question or comment? Okay, maybe I can finish with my question. So I wonder if Miss Rhymes is working on any new screenplay right now.
News. Pardon, can you repeat again?
I'm just curious. I mean, so is Miss Rhymes, is she working on something new? Any new screenplay for the TV series or movies?
Oh, she is currently writing another series for Netflix, and she
Oh.
hasn't said which. She hasn't say when will the series be uploaded in Netflix, but because she just finished Inventing Anna, and and she says she is preparing another one, but but she is now currently a lot of series in Netflix, but she is not a head writer, so people do not care about that.
Let's see. All right. Yeah, I think you do prove that you've done a lot of research on this important screenplay writer. So thank you very much for the informative presentation. Let's give Grace a big hand. All right. Thanks. Great. So now we're going to move on to our fourth presenter.